Inflation, right? So yesterday we had Fed, Mr. Powell came on and, he did his song and dance. And, although if you guys did watch it, a couple of journalists asked him about, um, you know, what if he wants you to step down? And he goes, legally, it's not possible, and I'm not going to step down. And I agree with Mr. Powell on that, actually. But let's talk a little bit about inflation, right? What has happened to inflation? To me, inflation is a tax on the American public, right? It's killed. It has definitely killed us. I mean, everything we buy, from food, from insurance, from housing, education, healthcare, everything we have bought over the last, well, it's been going up anyway, but now we had this acceleration, we had this spike in inflation over the last 3-4 years. And that needs to also get, under control. We need to put that under control. And importantly, inflation is not something that dies fast, right? The antidote for inflation is higher interest rates, and that's what the Fed did. The Fed put, the rates from 0% to 5.5% in a short order, and at the moment, inflation does look like it's coming down. But is it reality? Is it on our day-to-day lives? Is inflation really coming down? Or it goes up fast and then comes down really slow, and then it plateaus at a point and then to go higher later. So as far as I'm concerned, inflation, here are some inflation numbers for you all, okay? Specifically in childcare, but my children are older, but a lot of you may have children. Over the last 40 years, childcare prices are up 873%. This is 40 years. That's 20% plus a year, right? Massively outpacing other major cost of living categories. By comparison, housing, food, and transportation inflation has risen 350%, 332, and 268. Now, this is over 40 years. Let's take housing, 350% over the last 40 years. Take 350 divided by 40, that's 9, so a touch under 9. But the government keeps saying there is no inflation, it's only 2%. I've been saying it on this channel for 4 months and in private circles and my private conversations, inflation is running 6 or 7% a year. It is not at 2%. It's not. So the reality is something different, right? Why, is the government gaslighting? Obviously, they have to put a, good face out there, but the reality does not match what they're saying, right? And at the same time, nationwide CPI inflation has jumped 315% over this period. Well, let's take this one. This brings exactly the numbers, into light. 315% divided by 40, okay, is what? About 7, 8, right? So there we are. And that's where we are with inflation. So don't kid yourselves that inflation is only 2%, like the government is saying. There's no 2%. It's 6 or 7%. And that's why, our dollars on a nominal basis, when we look at $100 bill, it's still $100. But how is its buying power? What is it getting to us? It's not getting much, is it? So to me, inflation is not dead, although it has been coming down over the last 6 to 8 months due to the higher interest rates. But we'll see. We'll see if all of this is going to work out.